morning, everyone. Excellent start. Okay. My name is Nkonye Iwerebon, and I am the Dean of Admissions at Columbia Law School, and it's such a great honor to be welcoming you here today. Before I say a few words, I just wanted to introduce you to my colleague, Corey Hawkins, who has been instrumental in organizing this event. So please help me to thank you. I'd also like to introduce, if you didn't meet him earlier, Professor Conrad Johnson, who is a great support to our students and really an inspiration to our students and to me. So thank you for being here. On behalf of Columbia Law School, on behalf of Dean Gillian Lester, who is away on business but sends her very best wishes, and the entire law school administration, I am proud and delighted to welcome you to the 15th Annual National Blackprelaw Conference at Columbia. These 2 days are momentous occasions, as so many of you have come from around the country to participate in what will undoubtedly be a transformative experience in your lives. When I look at your faces, the importance of diversity comes to mind, the necessity of having all viewpoints represented in order to have a say in the conversation, especially in connection with the advancement of equitable and just laws. Nowhere is this more important than in the field of legal education. Understanding the inner workings of the legal system is often the most effective way to change a broken system. Applicants like you become law students who eventually become lawyers. There is no better time than the present to begin exploring what that could look like for each and every one of you. Words familiar to all of us echo this sentiment throughout American history. From Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address to Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, in which he stated it would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment. That was in 1963. Nearly 100 years after President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, and 4 decades before a certain senator from Illinois would proclaim, "I am the American dream." Columbia Law School has a long history of diversity in all its stripes, as far back as 1882, when it admitted its first African-American student, followed by James Dickinson Carr, the 3rd African-American graduate of the law school, who went on to become one of New York's first Black judges. We have come such a long way since 1882, ranging from Constance Baker Motley, a Columbia Law School class of 1946, a woman of many firsts, first African-American New York State Senator, and first African-American federal court judge. I hope that wasn't a spoiler for the quiz you had earlier. To Eric Holder, Columbia Law School class of 1976, Attorney General of the United States, and Kimberly Mutchison, Columbia Law School class of 1997, the first African-American Dean of Rutgers Law School, one of the speakers from whom you will hear later today. In spite of our progress, it is clear that there are strides still to be made. We need those of you in the room to attend this and the many law schools throughout the country to move all the conversations forward in voting rights, education, business, the judiciary, environmental concerns, intellectual property, criminal justice, and other legislative matters. Those of us on this side of the podium are here because we know you are up to the task as you begin that journey today. I'm borrowing the words of Eric Holder when I say, you keep your eyes on the prize, you do what is right, and eventually you'll reach your goal. We believe in you, and we are here to support you. Once again, Columbia Law School and I are thrilled to welcome you to the 15th Annual National Blackprelaw Conference at Columbia Law School. Finally, I must express sincere gratitude to all the speakers and the panelists here today. In spite of their busy schedules and lives, there is no place that they'd rather be than here at this very critical moment in your lives. Most of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Evangeline Mitchell, whose passion and commitment to increase the number of competitive African-American applicants to law schools is an inspiration to us all. Please join me in applauding her for her continued tireless efforts.